Alright, YouTube, it is Mr. Mean coming at you this fine Monday afternoon. I wanted to do a quick video because I got some goodies in the mail. Super excited. I'm back from my cruise. I'm sure you guys are aware. We had a wonderful night. You could tell I got some sun. And Waiting for me when I got back and delivered just the other day was Torg Eternity Pan Pacifica. I didn't back the whole Kickstarter. I just backed the book and this because it's really all I wanted. I already have the big core box, as you can see it right there. It is a hefty tome, and I don't know if this was foresight on Ulysses Spiel's uh, part or if it just worked out that way. But the box has got about, I would say, about that much space from all the stuff in there to empty space, basically what I'm saying. And as you can see, oh, it's a chunky box. It's a big box, you know. It's got the Torg Eternity thing. And I did an unboxing of this on the channel. So anyway, I when I was playing in my friend John's Torg Eternity game when I lived in Beaumont, I was playing a ninja basically. Um, the base rules didn't really have enough in there to play a ninja. We kind of made it work, and we had the old Kanawa source book from the original Torg, which was not a very good source book, but we made do with what we had. I had an electro katana, and although I just called it a ninja toe because that's typically the weapon of ninjas. And it had martial arts in there, and there's martial arts in the base rules. But what Torg Eternity brings is it brings the Kanawa Corporation into light under the current edition of Torg. So this is kind of like the original Kanawa source book for Torg First Edition, as long brought into the Eternity system. So you've got your key NPCs, you've got a lot of psychic powers in here. You've got a lot of martial arts powers, and of course, you've got a lot of technology in here. Electric Samurai, which was really cool in Torg First Edition, so they brought that back in here. They really don't call out ninjas in here, but they do throw a lot of cool stuff in here. With the Gogspog, or I hope I'm saying that right, which are like the plant things, but how do I put it? They were tailor engineered for the Asian mythology to be like bouncing vampires and things like that. So all that's in here. There's a full what's going on in Pan Pacifica, or the Asian continents, and everything that's going on there. And it's really well done. It's really well written. I did read this, believe it or not, front to cover over the weekend. I enjoyed it immensely. I'm kind of jonesing to go back and play my ninja in my friend John's game, but he's not a huge fan of Discord and all that stuff, so I'm not quite sure I'll get an opportunity to play it again. But I really do like Torg. I like the system. It's a fun system. It's basically a D20 system with D6 for damage. And it's very well done. The cards, the Torg Eternity cards give you, this is the booster pack. So it gives you some new Cosm cards, and it gives you some new drama deck cards. So you can see the Cosm cards, and your Cosm cards are what you play. You get in your hand, and you get them. And then the drama cards are what you add to the deck. There's a ton of drama cards, and they will tell you what's up, what actions are preferred, and things like that. And it's very much a Pen Pacifica theme, so you can add it. You can add it to your drama deck when you're running the game, and as combat happens, you flip cards over. This they will have an effect. So very cool. I was very happy to get this. And of course, like I said, it does come with a ribbon, spiral bound. I believe it's roughly, let's check out the page count, 144 pages with a complete index. So with this in the core rulebook, you can totally make an Asian themed character, either an electric samurai, a ninja, a martial artist, a monk. The pacifist powers in here are pretty darn cool. So this is really good. We get full write-ups on Kanawa and his daughter. who she's taken over the company. And I want to flip to there. There's templates for beta, elite, affected, psychomutant, and reality rated. So that's pretty cool. Um, Xenogospog. Yeah, there we go. There's a bunch of NPCs and stuff like that. A lot of good information in here. The Delphi Council and their agenda in Pan Pacifica. Uh, Different themes, the law, all the different laws that take effect for those areas. What I'm looking to find though is it talks about the reality, which is pretty cool. Um, Here we go. So we have, let's see, I think his daughter is now in control. Talks about the Stella. Yeah, so Rieko Kanawa. It gives a full write up on her with all of her powers and abilities. Spoiler alert, she's a bad guy. And her dad is even worse. And her dad steps down to just kick ass and take more names. They have some really cool uh, powers that can make you disconnect, especially if you come in from like a different cosm and you're using your powers like superpowers, or like dwarves and elves with their magic and stuff. They can make you disconnect. It's pretty cool. So I can see a lot of reality tokens being spent. I forgot what they call them, the little chips. I can't think of it. Spend. It's not a Benny. I can't think of the name right now. Like I said, it's been a while since I played it, but let's see. We'll read the back cover to give you kind of a clue. It's martial arts versus megacorps. The Pan Pacifica sourcebook details a cosm of corporate intrigue and ruthless competition, where a handshake up front often distracts just long enough to land a knife in the back. Direct power is too visible, so soft control is exerted through social means, such as universal basic income and apps on the ubiquitous Zuzu smartphone. Well placed character assassinations in the media are often a prelude to a more direct violence of corporate assassins and Kanawa security forces. The cosm extends from glittering nightclubs where corporate spies mingle with status seeking executives and thrill seeking gene mods to remote island laboratories in which new threats are created. Pan Pacifica Sourcebook is an expansion designed for both players and game masters. Inside, you will find a cure for the contagion has been found, but genetically engineered threats, the Xenogospog, seem to be directly linked to some of the alien DNA of the plague. New perks and miracles for advancing characters, including options for beta clearance Storm Knights. Rules for martial arts. Gene mods, genetic modification that ranges from purely cosmetic to truly lethal. Power suits, your electric samurai. New threats including elite corporate defenders, gene mod chimeras, deadly robots, a few supernatural horrors, and the first ever sixth planting Gospog. Uh, this is awesome. 1 second. Hey, turn it down. Sorry about that. My kid's iPad was cranked up, so I had to get him to turn it down. This is really going to, if you're into intrigue, if you want to do corporate espionage and what's in the core Torg book is not enough for you, this is going to add a ton of resource for you as a GM and as a player. This is a book that is for both. There's even a separate GM section. The last quarter of the book is all GM stuff. So, players read accordingly and don't spoil the fun. It talks about the Zuzu cell phones, which are pretty awesome. Uh, and there's the universal basic income. So when Kanawa took over control of Japan and the surrounding areas, a lot of people were put out of work because robots and everything started doing the work. And of course, they're taking control of everything. And so they shut down a lot of jobs, a lot of government facilities, a lot of private sector businesses. Smaller companies got bought out by bigger companies, which got bought out by Kanawa, so on and so on. And so there's a lot of unemployment. So to keep the people basically happy, they instituted this um, uh, well placed character assassination in the media and often prelude. Hi, what's wrong? Did you lock it up? No, it's playing. Oh, you can't do fireworks on here. It's an iPad. You play games. Sorry about that. Oh, the joys of a toddler or a 6-year old. That's not a toddler anymore. Um, I got totally lost my train of thought. Uh, uh, Universal basic income. So what they did is basically unemployment for everybody that doesn't have a job and government housing. But it's just a way to keep tabs on you and see what you do. The internet has been locked down. I don't want to give you too many spoilers, but there's a lot of cool stuff in here for a GM, especially if you set your game in Japan. Now, of course, the Delphi Council is welcomed in Kanawa Corporation, but that's well, you'll have to read and play to find out. But it's pretty awesome. My friend John, I think he finally got his book. He was my GM for this when we lived in Beaumont, and like I said, he truly ran a great game, and I had a lot of fun playing in his game. So um, this is super cool, and I really recommend you get it. The art, of course, is top notch. It's typical for Ulysses Spiel and their art. The psychic powers in here are really neat. The monk powers, they're basically, I would call them keyhoes in L5R. But sorry, my kid is bouncing on the couch and it was making weird noises. Um, This is super cool, guys. I can't recommend it highly enough. If you're a fan of Torg Eternity and you like the new system, uh, reality tokens, that's the word I'm thinking of. I think my wife just came home because I just heard a car door slam. Uh, Check this out. You're going to like it. I'm going to wrap this video up. I hope everybody is having a great day. Thank you so much for watching. As always, like and subscribe. And as always, peace and hair grease. And we're going to get out of here. Hopefully you enjoyed Torg. If you have this, if you've got it and you've enjoyed it, let me know what you think. Otherwise, have a good one, guys. Hey, I want to thank you for watching that video. If you like what you saw, please hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. Let's grow the Meanie Army. Let's grease that YouTube algorithm and get these videos out in front of more people. Tell your friends. Like I said, let's grow the Meanie Army. If you like what you see, we also have a very active Discord. Links are in the doobly-doo. We have an active Patreon. $5 a month gets you into a drawing every quarter to win a game that I review here on the channel. Who knows? For your $5 a month, you could win a $60 game. Not a bad investment if you ask me for $5 a month. As always, like and subscribe, and thank you very much for watching. And as always, be nice.